What's up, guys? Matty Ice here of The Soldier, the Iceman and the Alien. Happy Halloween. This is the final part of our Halloween special. Here with a spoiler-free, pretty much, Terrifier 2 review. This is our first one of these. If you like what you hear, if you're into more obscure horror movies, we'll definitely do more of these in the future. Quick history of Terrifier 1, 2016 slasher movie that really rises above what you think that title would mean. Great gore effects. Writing had mixed reviews, but overall I think it gained almost cult status. Maybe not every horror fan seen it, but at least one of your friends told you you have to see this. And if you have seen it, you know it's raw and gritty. Art the Clown is an incredible main character for a horror villain, for sure. And there is that one unforgettable scene. If you've seen it, you know what I'm talking about. If you haven't, you'll know when you see it. Terrifier 1 did pretty well. So well that it spawned the sequel, and that's what we're going to get into today. Now, Terrifier 2 was supposed to come out a little sooner than this year, but with COVID and all the delays and restrictions, finally came out. We were lucky enough on when it was supposed to be only a one-night showing of Terrifier in theaters. We actually saw the movie, unbeknownst to us, with some of the cast and crew in the theater, which was super cool. Terrifier 1 was exactly what you thought it was, maybe a little better. Terrifier 2, to its credit, tries to be a good movie. I mean, it's 2.5 hours long. When I went into it, I couldn't imagine what they were going to fill an extra hour over the original film's runtime with. But honestly, they tried to fill it out with characterization and making the characters deeper, especially better than your average lower budget horror movie. They really tried to flesh out these characters. The mom is the most put upon mom in the world, but you feel for her and you feel for these characters. There's a lot of grief and loss in the movie with the story outside of the Art the Clown stuff. I think this movie did a really good job at trying to do what better movies do. It had a little Dream Warrior vibe to it. Again, not trying to give away too much, but it really did excel at making you care about the characters, which so many horror movies fail to do. And on top of it, it's a trauma-level, gore-filled movie with a sadistic and perverse clown. To think that they even care about the characters in a movie like that is great, and I thought really lended itself well to making it a better movie. Now, when I say trying to be a good movie, I don't mean that it's a bad movie or that it's a great movie. It's very good for what it is. Doesn't totally make sense with all the things they threw out there. I would have liked if maybe it tied some of those loose ends up there. Again, no spoilers. But it tries to have a real story. It tries to go in the backgrounds of these characters instead of just being one-note cannon fodder. And I appreciate that. Art the Clown and the main lead actress, great performances all the way around. Really made it rise above what we're talking about here, which is, again, a really hardcore, gory slasher film with good acting and good direction, some nice cinematography in there. This movie rises above. That's the theme I keep coming back to. It's a lot better than I thought it'd be, to the point that it is actually a good horror movie. If you're going in there expecting great horror, you're going to get it and probably more. And that's where I think all the hype comes from, people passing out in the theater, things like that. For a lot of people, they are not used to this kind of movie being in theaters. If you're going in there expecting something like The Conjuring or Insidious, not that these are bad horror movies, but these are more palatable for the average moviegoer than something like a trauma film. And Terrifier 2 really leans more into the trauma side of things, but the perversely funny aspect of the clown, I mean, you're laughing sometimes at things that are truly terrible, and a lot of people in the theater were laughing along with us, so it's a good horror movie in that regard, where you're having fun with it, but it's also, again, extremely gory. If someone hasn't seen Dead Alive or some of the real gorier films out there, this will be a shock to them. I could see people having to leave if they didn't know quite what they were getting going into it. And I mean, that's kind of the fun of horror sometimes too, right? And a lot of people are having fun and enjoying this movie. What was originally a very limited theatrical run when we saw it, it's still in theaters now weeks later. It's made about $7 million, which is great for a smaller budget horror film. It's great that things like this can be in theaters for people to choose to see. As far as Art the Clown goes, getting up there in the horror icon status. I mean, he's great. You're having a lot of fun with the guy the whole time, even maybe when you shouldn't be. The performance is incredible. right up there with some of the other horror icons. You got to give it to all the people involved for pulling that off. And that means it's something you probably have to see. So that's my main point in the review. If you're into horror, if you're into slasher films, this is definitely worth your time. Does it make perfect sense? Is it really a great movie? Probably not. But the fact that it even approaches that status really is a testament to how good it really is and what a good job they do with the clown, how well this director understands his character, who's been in several of his projects now. This is the opus of Art the Clown. And man, I hope there's a third one. Again, no spoilers. No matter what you think happens at the end, you'll never be able to guess it if you haven't seen it. That's for sure. But at the risk of repeating myself, what really makes this movie stand out, besides the incredible gore and Art the Clown, are the well-rounded characters. Layered, flawed. These are real people in these situations. The movie does a great job with that. They talk like people would talk to each other. The friends talk to each other like friends would. That's lost sometimes, I think, and it really makes it good. The performance that the female lead pulls in, incredible. Her and Art the Clown, I mean, you're getting strong Michael and Laurie vibes right there. Great job from everybody, but those two especially carry this movie. Is it the goriest movie ever made? No. Are you going to pass out in the theater? I mean, maybe, but probably not. But in this season where some of the new horror offerings have been a little disappointing, I'm not even touching the Halloween stuff. You guys can handle that. They're better reviewers than me to handle Halloween Ends. But this movie definitely was satisfying on every level, even for a serious horror fan. I liked it a lot. I would encourage you to go see it in theaters. Support these kind of movies. To think this made $7 million and is in your local theater, that is awesome. That's good for all horror movies. Even if you don't love this one, you will definitely like it. Let's hope to see more from Art the Clown. Good job by everybody in this movie. Really appreciated the hard work. You could tell it was a labor of love. Took years to come out. Well done. Good film. Good horror film. Let's call it that. Is it a must-see? Do you absolutely have to see this movie? Probably not, but if you're looking for a great horror film and you were a little disappointed by some of the new stuff this year, this will not disappoint you. So that's going to wrap it up here. Thanks for sticking with us for our first review on the channel. I am independent professional wrestler Matty Ice, joined by the 20-year U.S. soldier Brad, joined by a real-life alien, the Alien, and we make up the Soldier, the Iceman, and the Alien. Our adventures are here for you. We try to do as much great stuff as possible and share it with you. Sometimes try to make it easier, give you tips and tricks to truly win whatever adventure you're on. Check out our channel for all kinds of reviews, theme parks, and we just did a ghost hunt for Halloween in an abandoned mine. Really great stuff on the channel. Thanks for sticking with us. Like, subscribe, and get ready for more adventures with the Soldier, the Iceman, and the Alien. Happy Halloween. Go get scared at Terrifier 2.